Right, so on to the final round. Ooh, that is the connection round. So I'm going to ask 10 questions, and then question number 11 is going to be, what is the connection between these 10 answers you come up with? So I'm going to give you 1 point for each answer, and I give you 2 points for the connection. So I sent some emails out to people who've maybe not done a connection round before, but the concept is just try and answer each question, and all those answers are going to have a connection between them. And number 11 is going to be, what is the connection? So as previous weeks, you've been here before, but if you're not, so what we do is, if you can guess the connection early, just question number 11, not any other question. If you can guess the connection early, you can type it to me in the chat privately. And after each question, if anyone's got it right, I'll say so, and you get a bonus point for being the first person to get the connection right. You don't have to take part in that. It's only worth a point. It doesn't skew the quiz. So I also, for this one, I'm looking for a specific answer. Specific. So like last week, when I came up with a brilliant connection, everyone started saying, is it the numbers 1 to 10? I'm looking specific. Give me some credit. So question number 1 on the connection round. In the Tour de France, what colour jersey is given to the leader of the points classification? In the Tour de France, what colour jersey is given to the leader of the points classification? So this is normally worn by a sprinter as they achieve the most stage wins. I am bitter about that. Already offended. So any guesses after? God, I'm so desperate for a single point. I've not got my sound effects up yet. So after number 1, as So question number 2. In boxing, what slang term is used for a punch delivered with great force, especially one that results in a knockout? In boxing, what slang term is used for a punch delivered with great force, especially one that results in a knockout? So moving on to question number 3. In the cartoon series The Simpsons, what is Mr. Burns' first name? In the cartoon series The Simpsons, what is Mr. Burns' first name? Ooh, they're all holding back now. Ooh. Any more guesses after that one? I'm going to cut off guesses. Incorrect. Question number 4. Incorrect to Bengo as well. Question number 4. A baby Guinness is an alcoholic drink known as a shooter, which is a glorified shot. So it contains 3 parts coffee liqueur and 1 part what? A baby Guinness is an alcoholic drink known as a shooter. It contains 3 parts coffee liqueur and 1 part what? Question number 5. Which author wrote Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and penned a nonsense poem called Jabberwocky? Which author wrote Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and penned a nonsense poem called Jabberwocky? Any more guesses on the connection? I've had a couple after that one. Oh, sorry, you only get one guess, then go. One guess for the early point. You can still put it down for question number 11. If you get it right, you get 2 points, but only one guess. So, right, everyone who's made the guess of the connection after that one. Someone has started to get on the right lines, but it's nowhere near specific enough to what I'm looking for. Question number 6. Name the early rapid-fire, spring-loaded, hand-cranked gun that was a forerunner of the modern machine gun and rotary cannon. It was first employed in combat in the American Civil War. Name the early rapid-fire, spring-loaded, hand-cranked gun that was a forerunner of the modern machine gun and rotary cannon. It was first employed in combat in the American Civil War. It gives me great joy when people don't get the connection. Great joy. Any more guesses at this point? So, right, so we're getting super close to the connection now. Super close. But it's not specific enough. It's not specific enough. These are not. It's not a random group of people here.
Rob.
Hello.
How do I private message you?
Have got the chat open.
Hang on.
You know where it says 2?
Aha.
If you click on that, you can pick out everyone.
And I click. Thank you.
No worries. So I presume you're gonna have a guess now. Shall I wait? So I'm looking for specific on this. Right, so I'm moving on. Oh, sorry, everyone who tried then. Getting closer, but... Question number 7. Which group of charming men from Manchester was Morrissey the lead singer of? Which group of charming men from Manchester was Morrissey the lead singer of? I feel like Emperor Palpatine whenever every wrong guess at the connection is made. Still none. All right, I'm winning this week. Question number 8. Who was JFK's vice president? Question number 8. Who was JFK's vice president? Some people are super close, but it's not. You're not getting what these people did. That's what you're missing. It's me being nice there. It's like half clear. Yeah, still not specific enough. Question number 9. What slang term did the British use for a South African person? What slang term did the British use for a South African person? It's quite often used in sport. And I messaged a real-life South African to double-check this one. So you only get one guess, unfortunately, Shelby. I won't give you any help on the second one. Same to you, Pena. I was going to say some of these might technically fit in with the connection, but they won't do. They won't do. Any more? Oh. How many points do I get if no one gets a connection? Do I win the quiz? So question number 10. Name the 2008 Disney animated film about a white shepherd dog who is tricked into thinking he has superpowers. Name the 2008 Disney animated film about a white shepherd dog who is tricked into thinking he has superpowers. That's what the plot on Wikipedia says it is. I've not seen this. Right, you've gone way too specific now. Way too specific. Oh. Right, hold on. Who's guessed here before? Right, I'm gonna make a cut now because it's technically after the 10 questions, so you could all just guess and be the first one in, I suppose. What should I? I'm gonna give it, because it's after question 10, I'm giving it to the first person who got this right. And I'm definitely not gonna give it to anyone who put it in the everyone part of the chat, because that would be stupid to do, innit? So, who got the connection right first was, I'm pretty sure is their first guess, is married to my cousin. Well done. Well done. So only they get the point because you all took over 10 to get that right. It's, yes, a good point.
That's 1 point, is it? Probably?
1 point for getting it. Yeah.
Yes.
Just 1 point right now for getting it first, but you also get 2 points. Yeah. It's definitely right. So not letting anyone else, not going to give anyone else that. So yeah, repeat. So number 9 was, what slang term did a British use for a South African person? It's often used in sport. It's actually derived from sport in some way. Any more for repeats? Number 6. Name the early rapid-fire spring-loaded hand-crank gun that was a forerunner of the modern machine gun and rotary cannon. It was first employed in combat in the American Civil War. Fuck. Oh, excuse my French. Can you double-check what question you want first? That was like the longest question I had to read out. Number 5. Which author wrote Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and penned a nonsense poem called Jabberwocky? Right, close for more questions now, so I need to try and get this done by 10. So well done to Married to My Cousin. They waited to the end because number 10 maybe was the most important one out of all that. A lot of you got really close with Olympic sprinters. Someone went way too, what is it, 2016 100 meters runners. The connection was, let me double check what I wrote was actually, male sprinters who have held the 100 meters world record. That was a connection. Male sprinters who have held the 100 meters world record. So well done if you got that after making an early guess and then working it back out. So question number 1, the Tour de France, what colour jersey is given to the leader of the points classification? That's the green jersey, or the, I try to say this, the maillot jaune. Maillot jaune. So that's a green jersey. That's Maurice Green, who ran 9.79 seconds in 1999. Number 2, in boxing, what slang term is used for a punch delivered with great force, especially when it results in a knockout? That is a haymaker. A haymaker. And that's Bob Hayes. He ran 10.06 in 1964. Number 3, the cartoon series The Simpsons. What is Mr. Burns' first name? That's Montgomery. Montgomery Burns. That was Tim Montgomery, who ran 9.78 seconds in 2002. He was stripped for testing positive. Number 4, a baby Guinness is an alcoholic drink known as a shooter. It contains 3 parts coffee liqueur and 1 part what? So I was looking for Baileys. I will obviously give you Irish cream. But if you put Irish cream, it wasn't going to help you much for the connection. So Baileys or Irish cream. That's Donovan Bailey. He ran 9.84 in 1996. Number 5, the author who wrote Alice's Wonderland and Jabberwocky. That's Lewis Carroll. Lewis Carroll. So that was Carl Lewis, who ran 9.86 seconds in 1991. So that was his best time, but he held the world record multiple times. Number 6, the early rapid-fire spring-loaded hand-crank gun. That was a forerunner of the modern machine gun. That was the Gatling gun. The Gatling gun. Is it Charles Monty Burns, Mr. Burns, is it? I'll give you Charles as well then. I'll give you Charles as well. No, that's true. If everyone thinks Charles is Montgomery Burns' first name, you can have that. I didn't see that episode. Foreshadowing. So number 6, that was the Gatling guns. That's Justin Gatlin, who ran 9.77 in 2006. Again, he was stripped for testing positive. Cool, yeah, so you can have Charles for number 3, was it? Charles for number 3 as well. Again, wouldn't have helped you with the connection, unfortunately. Number 7, which group of charming men from Manchester was Morrissey the lead singer of? That's the Smiths. The Smiths. So that's Calvin Smith, who ran 9.93 seconds in 1983. Number 8, who was JFK's vice president? That was Lyndon B. Johnson. Lyndon B. Johnson, hence why he became the president when JFK was assassinated, because he was his vice president. So that was Ben Johnson, with 9.79 seconds in 1988. Guess what? He was famously stripped of his title for doing drugs. Number 9, which slang term do the British use for a South African person? That is a Saffer. A Saffer. And that is a Saffa Powell. Quite proud of that one. A Saffa Powell, 9.74 seconds in 2007. So apparently they take it from, because they abbreviate South Africa to SAF. It's a Saffer. Non-offensive. Double checked. Number 10, name the 2008 Disney animated film about a white shepherd dog who was tricked into thinking he has superpowers. That is Bolt. The film's called Bolt. So that's Usain Bolt, whose best time was 9.58 seconds in 2009. Not yet tested positive. So 1 point for all of those. And then question number 11, what is the connection? It was male sprinters who have held the 100 meters world record. And I'll give you 2 points for getting the connection. So now is the time to add all your scores up.